This is actually an etching, and it's done. It's got the process involves two processes. One of which is the process of etching, which involves drawing into a plate and putting the piece of metal. It's drawn on copper, and that copper is placed into a bath of an acid medium, and the acid medium, depending on how long you leave it in the bath, will erode or break down the copper, and the lines that we draw will become deeper and deeper. So, and then on top of that, having done that, I've also done something called aquatint, which is another printing process. I won't go into it, but there are two printing processes involved in creating this image. This is an image which is relating to the Harris collection in two ways. There are two images in here: the doll and the doll's house, and both the doll and the doll's house relate to the children's toys, 19th century children's toys, which are in the Harris collection. They were very evocative for me because I have a memory of having a wonderful doll's house when I was a child in the 1970s. So what I've done is I've taken the image from here in the Harris and placed it into what relates to my own childhood memory. And so you've got something that happened vaguely related to something that happened in the 1970s, but the images I've selected belong to a previous century. And it's called Broken Nostalgia, and the reason it's called Broken Nostalgia is because it relates to the idea that when you have a memory of something, it's often distorted by your own emotions and feelings that you have attached to them. So although the memory I have as a child of having a doll's house is very strong, and it was a very positive memory, it can be darkened and distorted by other feelings that are more darker feelings, and that's what's happened, and other memories of things that have happened since that are maybe not so joyful. And that's why this doll's house, which is akin to the doll's house that I had as a child, which was a wonderful thing that I played with, has become something which relates to darker times where I explored homelessness and explored lots of derelict buildings, and that sort of represents a darker aspect of my own experiences. So I've combined quite a few things in here.